Good evening to everybody and welcome to the podcast. Listen, I have a guest on the phone that we're going to talk a little bit about the situation that took place at the inauguration. I guess the the elephant in the room type situation with Michelle Obama not being there. Now I have a guy on the phone who has some really strong opinions about this, and we're going to take a moment and let him. Can you hear me on the phone down there, Jay?
I can hear you.
Okay, good, man. Listen, welcome to the show. Um, I just wanted to go ahead and get right into this, man, because you called me early, and I was just like, man, that's interesting. And so, um, first of all, wh- what is your issue with Michelle Obama not being at the? Now, let's set this up first. You are a Trump supporter, correct?
I am.
Okay, so what is your problem with Michelle Obama exercising her right as an American, as a free person, to not attend the inauguration? What is your problem with it?
Oh, my problem is not with her not attending the inauguration for whatever reason she chose not to attend. My problem with her is she didn't back up her man, right? And it was no reason for her not to at least back him up. And I think a lot of the issues that a lot of people have, and me is basically about relationships. You know how I feel about relationships. If the relationships are done the right way, because men really don't have no purpose to marry unless you want kids. And if he get kids, he got to take care of a woman that have his kids. Now, let's say it's based out of love. When a man has something to care about, he becomes less reckless, right? But part of that, part of him being less reckless is having he cares about that supports him, supports the man, and he become great, then she automatically benefits from his greatness. Because a man is going to become great. If he has the determination to become great, he can become great anyway. And even though I don't see eye to eye with a lot of politics that Barack Obama has, that's the cream of the crop. You can't get no better than that. And if she don't feel, Michelle, meaning Michelle, if she don't feel that she need to be by his side, whether she's sick or whether she hates Trump for whatever reason, she need to be by her man's side because she benefit. No, if it wasn't for Barack, we wouldn't know
What
who the
what,
hell she was.
what about her right to?
She got a right to not show up. I get it. But what happens is, what happens in society is if they got their accolades by being a power couple, they got their Netflix stuff, they got all these, they got the book deals and all of that stuff, right? By being a power couple, by being the pinnacle of what it is to be in a relationship. Whether they're the president or whatever, it's like their brand is them being together. That's their brand because he's not the president no more, right? But now what happens is when she don't find him useful, right? It's like, and don't get me wrong, I'm like a fly. When I say I'm a fly, you know how a fly eats? He regurgitates all his food, right? He sucks it up, right? So what I'm saying is not nothing new. I heard some people say this earlier today, and I kind of like agree with what they were saying and how they were saying it. So this is not just me. It's like it's my sentiment, but it's also the sentiment of a lot of people. It's like in our society today, when women don't back up their men, especially in the black community, it's an issue, right? And she can do her own thing. Nobody has no problem with women say they independent and everything, but it's a cost that goes along with that. It's called buying a dog so you can die alone, right? And so there's some hearsay or some stuff out there right now that I saw on the news yesterday. Maybe it's a satire or whatever, but they say some problems over there in the Barack Obama or the Obama's household, right? Because if you notice when Barack was coming after the men for not voting for Kamala, him and Michelle did two separate speeches talking about virtually the same thing, berating black men for not, and Michelle told women not to listen to their men. I mean, what kind of bullshit is that? Is that? I mean, Why would a woman that's married tell another woman not to follow her man's lead,
So
knowing that they're
what
tired as hell because they've been doing it by themselves for the past 4 decades? Now they're tired and they want to live in a soft girl life, and men is not taking them seriously now because you don't wreck your whole future by being independent, getting ran through, having kids out of wedlock, and you're looking for some man to come and save your ass because you're tired now. Hell with that bullshit. And if Michelle is going if Michelle is gonna go out here and not support her man, which is kind of like, what do you call it, when a high mentality. Unlike most people in the world, black
do
women
you
have this high
do you
mentality
my
where they
question is,
want to follow the damn leader.
do you think she undermined Barack by doing that?
I think she kind of like tarnished his reputation. She kind of like
In what way? In what way?
well, because like most men, we qualify for certain things based on our status, right? And our value is based a lot on our status, right? So like for example, the way that you leverage your wife, or anybody will leverage their wife if they got a good wife, is like, yo, I'm going to this business meeting. I'm going to this event, right? I'm going to this event to mostly get up with people that can do my industry, my business good, right? And my wife got to know how to play the room, right? So her job is to go out there and make nice and be nice and be a person that can look at my blind side to meet the wives of the people I want to meet. It's to make herself useful to those people so I can get in. She's my backdoor in by getting up with the wife. So if I'm trying to get into this guy's ear that might have a contract for my business, and my wife can go in there and work the room in a different angle and look at my weak side, and she could probably get me. It's like it's all about that different kind of support when you do it with high. And now I'm not high value, but I would like to be. But the thing is, and I'm working toward that goal. But status is a big thing. Who you think out of all of the first ladies
did she undermine him by not going into?
Well, she's undermining him by not supporting him. Even if it was only 45 minutes, she could show up, get on the private jet, and go back where she was. But at least don't let him walk into the room by himself. You see what I'm saying? And it was an awkward look. It was an awkward feel. It was an awkward vibe that he didn't have her. You know what I'm saying? And whatever reason, she should have been out there and supported the man no matter what.
What message did it send?
What it said that if a woman or demon man is useful to her, the man is no matter how much accolades he got. It's almost like the divorce rate and everything else that's included. It's like when a woman uses up all the resources that she can use up for a man, or when a man kind of like cuts her off and tell her no for whatever reason, then she that she's filing for divorce, or she's, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's a thing that the average woman today, the modern woman today, would give any man 10 years, right? The average, you know what I'm saying? 30% of marriages that don't fail, right? And it's like a good 20% of marriages that's on shaky ground that might have a chance. But, the other 50% of marriages, man, is a given. 7 to 10 years, that's all you get as a man, right? And until they change the no fault laws about marriage, or until they change what you call it, family court bullshit, women can always use marriage as an insurance policy. And
so what is okay? This is
so what it is. What Signal C sending is this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I got all the use I can get out of my husband because he's no longer president, and because he went out there and he shamed himself by talking to men the way he did. She kind of like, you have no use to me now.
So right? so you cool with what she did? If you were president, would you be comfortable with your wife making that decision?
What I'm saying to is I'm not cool with what she did.
So
I'm not cool with what she did.
if you were
And I
president,
think that
if you were
that's
president, would you be cool with your wife making that decision?
making a decision not to show up.
Yeah.
No, no. I was getting ready to ask you.
What could you do about it?
All the first ladies. Who do you think is the smartest of all first ladies throughout the history of first ladies? Based on, let's go to say the last 5, 6, 7 years. Who do you think the smartest of them was?
None of them. I don't pay attention to the first ladies. Why should I care what the first ladies think?
Exactly. That's my point.
So why I mean, but why'd you ask the question? Why'd you ask the question?
I asked the question because I want to let you know who speaks 7 languages.
So who? I don't know. Who is that?
Trump's wife.
So you're saying Melania is smart?
Melania is more smart than most women because she plays a role.
And what role is that?
It's like somebody mentioned today. It's like Denzel Washington's wife. What is her name? Denzel Washington's wife. And you know, and the thing about it is, what kind of social media she got? If any, none. Right? And she plays her role well. So I'm saying she don't put her business in the street. That kind of bullshit.
So
I don't know why we needed to listen to Michelle even when Barack was president. We didn't even know who that bitch was, except for.
All right, so you don't have to call her that, but I got you.
Well, I'm my bad. We didn't need to know who she was. You know, we didn't need to know. She could work behind the scenes and do everything she wanted to do. But if she was getting money for food programs or whatever her role was at that, you know what I'm saying? We didn't need to know. She just needed to do it. The problem I have with
what if Barack told her not to come?
Why would he do that? Why would he do that? If he was president, could he make her ass stay at home if he was president? If he was getting an award or if he was doing anything, his ass is staying at home now. Some people say that she's not going to play nice with Trump because of what Trump said and, you know, all that bullshit that he said or all that stuff that was said about him or whatever. And she won't play nice, but that's not even the point. The point I'm making is she should have supported her man.
Do you think she was upset with Barack's, the way him and Trump was photographed and videoed at Jimmy Carter's funeral?
Man, and she didn't go to that either. And that's my point. She didn't support her man. Meaning she should have been beside him. Anytime he does something great, her ass is there, right? Anytime he was like, she had no reason to be there, but she was there. Right? But yet, this man he's trying to keep his image up. He's trying to do the right thing. You know, it's an obligation. You know what I'm saying? That he has as a former president to show face and, to make himself, you know what I'm saying? Even if we don't like the guy, it's still what we do. You know, most men can have a knockdown, drag out fight and drink a beer later. What are you talking about? I seen, was it UFC? These guys knocking each other's teeth out, and next thing you know, they're giving each other high five, and it's like, they're thanking each other for the fight.
So what are you suggesting? Are you suggesting that Michelle got too close to politics? She got too close to the fight?
Well, I think what it is it's like, what's that song that Beyonce wrote called "I'm Independent" or something like that? The question that never been asked, and it was an anthem for women that wanted to be boss babes and all of this stuff. It was an anthem, but when you ask a woman, okay, you're strong and independent, but let me ask you this: independent of what? What are you independent from? What does that mean? Right? I came up with a little thing for a shirt a while back, and you say, Jay, don't put that out. Don't put that out, Jay. And and I hate to say it, but I'm gonna say it now, right? Because I'm gonna ask the question after I say it, right? The statement is, you're just a woman. And everybody says, well, dude,
yeah, but check this out. The question is, so whenever your wife doesn't want to go and do whatever she wants to do, and she reminds you that Michelle Obama, who was married to the president, didn't have to do, you know what I mean? What?
So when I say you're just a woman, right? What that means is I'm gonna give you grace. because you're just a woman, right? And that's what that means. You're just a woman, meaning that I come to accept everything about you as being who you are.
We're
You know,
talk
you're different than me.
what we
You're
talk
different than me.
what we're talking about is Michelle Obama and
And you bring my wife into it,
and
right?
well, let's just say let's take you out of it, and let's take another gentleman who has an event and he wants his wife to go. Maybe he's in a lower level politics, and his wife decides she doesn't go. She doesn't want to go.
Well, she ain't. See, what it is if he says to go, she needs to follow his lead because at the end of the day, she benefits from that. Whatever he becomes by going to this gala event, she benefits from that. So if he goes to this gala event and he ends up getting a deal or a contract or some accolade, who benefits from that? She does. His wife. Period. So if she can't support him, then he don't need to be married to her.
That don't sound like he's supporting her. That sound like you using. Sound like you pimping her.
I mean, pimping her how?
I mean, you saying if you get to the event and get, I'm kind of lost.
No, she ain't got to do anything but show up, be on my arm, be on his arm. That's all she got to do. She ain't even got to talk. Right? I was using. See, what happens is this: the reason that women need to get an education is because they need to be smart. Men don't like dumb women. We don't mind women being smart, right? Because we can leverage them for the greater good of our family, right? You know, men want smart women because they don't want dumbass kids, right? Because who's in charge of the kids? Who's in charge? Who's the first educator of the kids? Especially doing infancy up to toddler before they get in kindergarten. Who teaches those kids? So you can have a dumbass woman calling your wife, teaching your kids. The woman has to be smart. And at the end of the day, why would I treat my wife like shit? Why would I treat my wife less than me? Because she's my wife. She represents me when she steps out.
Yeah, but back to, I'm trying to get a gauge on the cultural impact. Michelle Obama is not no average woman. That's not no regular woman. A lot of women look and take a sign from. I'm trying to get what is the cultural impact of that. I get what you're saying, but that's what I'm trying to get at right here.
What she did at the end of the day, the cultural impact of what she did by not being on his arm was disrespectful toward him. That's all. It was disrespectful.
I get that. So what is the cultural impact? Disrespect? That's what you're saying?
The cultural impact meaning that know how high a man gets in his endeavors. Even becoming president, a woman, mainly a black woman, but women in general, think they still got the gall to disrespect the man. Knowing that nobody would know who the hell she was if it wasn't for that man. She would have been some clerk in a law firm, right? She might have been a great lawyer, right? I don't know. But the reason I know who she is because of Barack. That's it. And I'm a nobody, right? She could not excel to her greatness without that man. No matter what she did for that man, no matter how much, she poured life into him. And so it's a mutual thing. Why would she stop? Why would she stop? My thing is, if there's a divorce that's getting ready to happen, it's probably because she initiated it. That's it, right? So only thing I'm saying though is she, in the cultural norm, the cultural thing that you asked me about, she kind of like made it where other women can disrespect their men in the way that she did. Even if it's so slight of hand, if it's slight as I don't know what, right? But it was a snub on Barack Obama and his accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? That she didn't see that, you didn't tell me what to do. But baby, we got a lot of this stuff because of what we did together. And this is our image. And we need to show a united front. But I ain't doing it because I don't like that man. But look here, I gotta go. You don't think we need to go? Okay, cool. Right? Nothing he can do about it. There's not he can't be the ass or nothing like that. nothing he can do. But at the end of the day, she's just so disrespect.
And he's just got to live with it.
If he say, "Baby, I got this," if he said, "Baby, I got this," you ain't got to come. That's a different story. That's something I don't know nothing about. But from my vantage point, from what I see, and by the way the media is talking about it,
that's what and that's what I'm asking. That's all I'm asking you from your vantage point. I mean, that's the only point you could see it from. So that's the perspective. Yeah, there's always the other side, but I'm asking you from your vantage point.
My vantage point, it wasn't a snub on Trump. It was a snub on her husband. That's the way I see it.
And the cultural impact is that she's going to sow disrespect amongst Black women towards their husband.
She's going to teach Black women and women in general how to disrespect their man, no matter how high they become on the echelon of success and value and accolades. She like, yo, I don't care. I don't give a damn. Which, because it ain't about me, so I ain't going. You see what I'm saying?
I hear you.
So at the end of the day, man, it's like, men is and always have been benevolent dictators, right? That means out of all the damage that we could do to ourselves, all the damage that we did through history, all the damage, we always work toward making a better place. Men do this, right? Because like the feminist movement, if 40% of the men say be done with that bullshit, what can the women do about it? They can't do shit, but incorporate other men to protect them.
You talking that, and you just said that this powerful man right here, he couldn't do nothing when his wife decides. So all that is good ideological talk and good barroom talk, but powerless, bro.
In our civilized society, right?
Civilized society.
You can't beat your wife. In civilized society, you can't beat your wife if she step out of line. I can't beat my wife if she step out of line.
You can. You go to jail.
That's what I'm saying.
So you scared to go to jail? You scared to go to jail? See, this gets to like, and I was just listening to my man Jordan Peterson the other day. This is why you have to be a monster, right? But you got to know how to control it. And
that's what you're right. You're 100% right.
And that fear of like that, I get what you're saying, but I will have you know that if you violate me, that none of that matters to me. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't care who you are. You know what I mean? Like, people are scared to say what because I don't want to be viewed as a woman beater. No, I'm not a woman beater. Don't want to be viewed as that. But what I'm saying is that I will, like, no, period.
Well, you know what a narcissist is, right? A narcissist prey on the weak, right? But in order for a narcissist to have power, somebody weak got to be in their presence. They can't be a narcissist with nobody around.
I hear you.
And so what I'm getting ready to say is this, right? The only thing that you can do for a woman that's out of line is leave her where she's at. That's the only power we have, but that's the worst thing we can do. Because if you leave a woman to her own vices, you ever seen a man leave a woman? You know the first thing a woman do? She cut off her hair. No matter what. They'll go crazy, dog. And because our society is so jacked up, but because of the nature of a woman, right? In my opinion, the nature of a woman, right? They cannot, matter of fact, women don't let see men happy, right? They'll do something to fuck it up, right? And that's why men go on men trips and everything, and we go on men trips. We don't think about them.
That's a broad general statement.
Oh, look here, dog. I mean, for the most part, when a man is married and he goes on a man trip, the last thing you're thinking about.
You don't know that because you're not in these people's homes. Like,
well, I'm talking about men. I'm talking about good men.
Okay.
I'm talking about good men. Right?
Bad shit happen to good men too.
I'm gonna say this: most men, without knowing it, are simps. Right? Most men. I mean, I've been a simp for a lot of years, dog. I mean, I ain't scared to say it. I was. And I'm not red pill at all, right? But I do see the writing on the wall as I get older, the power that men give women. Because women they don't have the enforcement mechanism to back up all the things that they say they are, right? And the way you deal with a woman, like, I'm strong and independent. You know the worst thing you can say to a woman? Okay, and then walk away. See how that work out for you. You know, I tell women all the time.
So why Barack couldn't do none of this stuff you're talking about?
Because he's in the public eye, man.
He's what?
He first of all, he's on the downside. What?
So you saying because he's what, he deserves respect? Say that again.
No. What I'm saying is
no. You said he's what because he deserves disrespect. That's what.
I know. He don't deserve disrespect. I can see why they're disrespecting him now.
Why?
I can see why she's disrespecting him now.
Why? Why would she be disrespecting him now? Because of this picture right here.
What else is there? Well, first of all, she don't love him. She don't respect him no more.
You don't have no way of knowing that.
Well, only thing I'm saying is this, right? Is my answer is this. What higher accolades that you can get other than being president? What's next?
The king of England, I guess, someplace.
Well, the United States don't have a king.
Okay.
And then the king in England is only a figurehead. They don't run anything.
They get paid a lot of money.
They get paid, but they shit, man. You can go out here and kill people, get paid. I do it every day. I kill people every day in a movie. You know what I'm saying? I write scripts all day long and kill a whole bunch of people, right? That's what I do. I got to pay the actors though, you know. But my point is that you can do a lot of things for money, but as far as value, as far as prestige, what else is there other than president after presidency, right? So, and who was on his coattail the whole time? Who was able to get in the room all the time, as long as he was president, and you know, and 4 years after president, and you know, and we know he was pulling the strings behind Biden. We know Barack Obama was behind the scenes pulling the strings. Biden wasn't even confident enough to know what was going on in the room. We know it was Barack, but that whole thing is over with, right? And so, what else is there for Barack Obama to do? And why would Michelle, if she's like most women, why would Michelle really want to be in that position now? Because he is, in my opinion.
He is. Say it again.
But she's not useful to him. I mean, he's not useful to her no more.
He's not useful to her anymore.
How much higher can he get? She got all the money, right? She got all the money. She got all the accolades. She's respected by most women like her.
So you think he should leave her?
I'm not saying that. I don't think he should leave at all, right? But I think he's stuck. I don't think it's nothing that he can aspire to get his respect back. But I think it's more of a respect thing.
So you saying he just sit there and just be, you know, miserable? That's what you're saying?
Well, I think he can cheat. I think he can get another woman.
You suggesting that the president of the United States cheats?
Hey man,
it's happened before. I mean, it's happened before, but
you know why most men cheat?
I have no idea, but I'm asking you about Barack Obama.
Most men cheat because most women are whores. That's the only reason men can cheat. In order for a man to cheat, they have to be a whore someplace. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, what are you talking about? Right? That's the only way it could be. You can't have an up without a down. So you can't have a down without an up. So in order for a man to cheat, most women got to be whores. Period. Right? So if Barack Obama can't get respect, right, from his wife, right, then that's less for him to do. He's president, right? Gets a new stage, right? If it ain't gonna work out, I'm not suggesting that he does that, but I'm just saying, you know, what I'm saying?
Just did. What are you talking about?
But I'm an asshole, right? You know why I'm an asshole? because, or I'm a butthole because there's nothing out there that nobody got. It's not that I need that anybody got. I ain't trying to get down with a whole bunch of women. I ain't trying to get down with a Michelle or whatever. So I can say what the hell I want to say. She ain't got shit I need. Right? She ain't got nothing I need. I'm a nobody. She can kill me because I say what I said. What you gonna do? So when people are used to being lied to, and somebody come along and tell the truth like it is, it's oh, Jay Guy, yeah, he's an asshole. Yeah, because I ain't lying to you. It sounds like that. Right? The truth hurts people, man. People don't like the truth. It's like light on roaches. When you start telling the truth, people scatter. They're like, I don't want nobody to know that. I don't need to know that. You know what I'm saying? So my whole point is this: it's all about respect, right? If you ever get yourself into a situation where your wife disrespect you or she don't like you no more, whatever, she become very disrespectful and she'll say anything to you that gets you to react, right? And if you react, then she wins. You know what I'm saying? And that's the bottom line. So if you step out of line, if you mess up your marriage, if you go out here and cheat on your wife, chances are she's gonna take half your shit, right? So women get disrespectful, and it's like a game. When women get disrespectful, they're looking for you to react to her disrespectfulness. And if you don't react, she get more and more disrespectful. So this is the tip of the iceberg right here for Michelle. If she don't like her husband, if she don't love her husband no more, she will get really, really more disrespectful. And this is a little sleight of hand disrespectfulness that she didn't go out and support her man in this event by being who he is. Because that's all everybody's talking about, that she wasn't there. So she became the story now.
I think that was intentional.
It was intentional. I mean, the only thing that she can get from Barack Obama is more fame by doing what she's doing. She got to become disrespectful toward him so she can get accolades. Like when Suge Knight was roaming around free with Death Row Records, and I came up with an idea because I used to do recordings. I used to record rap groups and bands, and I came up with this thing that said, you know what? If you want to get famous, clap somebody famous. And my scheme was this: cut a deal with Suge Knight, like Suge Knight. Let me come up to stuff and I give you $1 million. Because they're going to offer me $3 or $4 million to ask why I did it. And why I was so brave. So what you got to do is get set up by me and allow your goons not to mess with me and let me get on the talk show circuit. And I learned that from Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman was a great rebounder. Nobody knew he painted his hair colors. He was great. He did everything he got.
Right.
If Jordan shot 40 points a game,
before you jump off into another point.
What I'm saying is, let me finish this point. So my point is, you just got me off it. But anyway, my point is this, right? You got to look at the whole play, right? Disrespect. Disrespect is a play, right? And when women becomes very disrespectful, they cause men to act out of character, and that's how they get their hand on the bag.
So why didn't Barack act out of character?
He didn't, because he's smart. He didn't become. Everybody can say his policy was bad and everything, but he did become president. You don't get to that upper echelon. He was going to become great with Michelle or without Michelle.
But check this out. All right, listen. We're going to wrap on this right here. At this right now, because you started to talk about Suge Knight and it sent me off into a thought I had about.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
About Snoop. Go ahead.
But cut the deal first. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. But I was talking about old Snoop Doggy Dogg and some of the comments that he made back in 2015. So listen, you won't be able to see this, but those watching on YouTube, again, thank you for tuning in. We will have more conversations like this about some other topics. And the next thing I want to talk to you about is these rappers, right? And my theory, and I guess it's not my theory, I heard somebody say that rap stops blacks from developing into black adults, functioning adults. You're gonna because nature is what it is, you're going to grow into an adult. But I'm talking about a productive, functioning adult that is taking advantage of all of the technology and information that is at our fingertips. And I say that because Snoop, again, in 2015, had a lot to say about anybody that would have thought about performing. That is, if you were of the African American hue, or I guess people of color, whatever that means. But Snoop was like, you are a jigaboo and all this other stuff. And so fast forward to 2025 and the Crypto Arena Bowl. But here you go. Let me let you guys say this right here. Jay, I appreciate you. Thank you. Again, we'll do this again.
Can I say something on this?
Go ahead, brother.
I'll say one thing on this. For Snoop Dogg, right? I just want to ask the question. What's the percentage of rappers that was raised by single moms?
I mean, who do you're asking me questions that I'm not prepared for.
I'm just asking. I mean, you can answer it later, but it's just a question I'm throwing out there. What percentage of rappers out there?
All right, we'll follow that up on the next side of this thing right here.
And that would answer your question that you posed.
All right, and then again, I'll have a link in the next episode of this right here, where people can come in and give their 1-2. But as for now, here is Snoop Dogg in 2015 talking that talk.
For Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast one of you Uncle Tom doing it. Which one of you do it first? Osby's the one that performs for himself.
When I came down,